Before we get started with this Jesse James themed episode, I'd like to mention that I recently started a project to reenact the 1876 Northfield Bank Raid, but as a one-man show. And unfortunately on a very low budget, a budget of $0 to be exact. But I was determined to make this work. And what happened next was, well, let's just take a look at the film.
Giddy up, boss! Come on! Get the money and let's head out of town! Come on, let's go!
Cut. Okay, look, I just don't think this is very realistic. I mean, who is going to believe this? I am riding a unicorn and carrying a Star Wars blaster all while in my snow boots.
Well, remember, we're working on a low budget here, and I think that it looks real good, real realistic.
All right, take two then.
Come on, giddy up, boss!
Hi everyone, I'm Cosmo Esplin, your host of Some Good News Northfield, episode 11, the DJJD special. So the defeat of Jesse James Days is coming up here in Northfield in just a couple of days, September 12th actually. And you guessed it, like I said, this episode is going to be a DJJD special, and I'll talk through what's happening this year, affectionately called the Limited Defeat, and we'll have yet again 2 musical guests, so stay tuned until the very end. Now, without further ado, let's get started. So, I'd like to talk a little bit about the Virtual Riverfront Fine Arts Festival. I have to pronounce that just right. And so I talked to Heather Lorenz, the visual arts manager at the Northfield Arts Guild, about this. So I have some fantastic info right here. I hope you don't mind if I read from the script a little. So this year's Virtual Riverfront Fine Arts Festival is orchestrated by the Northfield Arts Guild and happens in conjunction with DJJD. And it's actually been going on since the 1970s, and this is their 47th annual year. And people can find information about the artists on the Guild's website, northfieldartsguild.org. And the artist shop actually goes live on September 12th, so people can go to the page and can find all the artist shops and shop from them individually. Plus, there will be videos of virtual tours that you'll be able to check out. And on the weekend of the festival, the Guild's Facebook page will be sharing live videos from different participating artists. So stay tuned to the Guild's Facebook page and Instagram for festival features. Since so many opportunities have gone away for artists, the Guild really wanted to find a way to make this happen, since it's so important for local artists, as this is actually one of their main sources of income. And I do want to mention again that Heather Lorenz is the head of the festival and does an amazing job in organizing it every year. Props to you, Heather, and thank you for all you do. The main takeaway from the festival is that people should support local artists by shopping from them, because it's a fantastic opportunity for these artists. And finally, the tagline is, discover handmade, get inspired, and support regional artists. Please go to the Guild's website, northfieldartsguild.org, and check out their Facebook page for some videos, and please shop from them individually. It's just a fantastic opportunity for these artists, so thank you guys. Now moving on to the horseshoe hunt. So I think an extra light was shown on it this year due to COVID-19. I mean, what a fun way to get out of your home and do an activity while still staying safe. So I reached out to Tim Freeland, who is the organizer of this event, and asked him a few questions via email, so summing up his basic answers into one paragraph, here it is. The horseshoe hunt was initially designed for townies that left town during DJJD. Some people don't like the festival, believe it or not. I mean, who wouldn't like to eat cheese curds in their own town? But it was meant for people to partake in a DJJD activity that didn't involve crowds. So the hunt has always focused heavily on our town's history and things townies would know. And the hunt actually began in 1998, when Tim was still in college at this time and not living back here quite yet. So in 2010, he was trained to hide the horseshoe, and in 2011 was his first year completely doing it alone. and it was actually found on the third day, which was the fastest ever, so he threw another hunt right then and there. But altogether, Tim has hidden the horseshoe 11 times, in addition to also hiding the Winterlock snowflake ornament. And for thinking about where to hide the horseshoe, Tim spends all year thinking about parks and public places in Northfield and Dundas. He'll walk them and take notes, and he has a list of places which he'll want to use someday. His clues are constructed in some type of writing style, usually free-form. He especially loves to write anagrams. The clues are usually always about the bank robbery in some way, and when I asked Tim what his personal favorite location he's ever hidden the horseshoe is in, he said that one year he hid it in the woods in Seckler Park. He had to dress as a ninja at night and sneak into the big dark woods, using a flashlight with a red gel taped across the front. He wanted to keep it dim, and he was frightened going into the pitch black woods. And you can find Tim's hints and the explanations behind them at djjd.org. And this year, Tim hid the horseshoe at Pinnacle Park in the Bridgewater Heights area of Dundas. And Anna Tritch, a high schooler, was the one who found it with some help from her mom, Jenna. Thanks for answering the questions, Tim, and for using your expertise to hide the horseshoe every year, and for writing the clues. Actually, a fun fact, Tim is also the voice of the raid reenactment. How fun, right? So thank you very much again, Tim, for hiding it every year. Now moving on to our next segment, our Zoom interview. So I reached out to Lisa Peterson, and she's the president of the Northfield Chamber of Commerce. And I asked her if she wanted to do a Zoom interview because she's on the DJJD committee, and she does the social media work for it as well. So viewers, I think you'll enjoy this Zoom interview. Lisa gives a run through of everything that's happening this year. There's something for everyone. Enjoy. Hi Lisa, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. I wanted to have you because it's no secret that you lend a big hand in DJJD every year. So, all right, so let's just get started here if you don't mind. My first question is this. So you are the president of the Northfield Chamber of Commerce, and I heard that you also do like social media for the Defeat of Jesse James Days. Combining those two, I'm sure that you know a fair amount about what's going on for DJJD this year. So how will 2020 look obviously different than other years?
2020 has been an interesting year, hasn't it?
Yes.
So most events for 2020 have been canceled, and that's very unfortunate. So we are very excited and pleased that we get to host just a smaller version of Defeat Days. We were really mindful of COVID-19 and all of the restrictions that we needed to put in place to make it a very safe but yet fun event for our community. And so we feel like the events that we chose are going to be able to give everybody a taste of Defeat Days that they're looking for without all of the crowds and all of the things that we have to worry about, with the distancing and such. So.
Yeah, and so playing off that question, so to be positive, since there's so much negative right now, but to be positive, what fun things can annual DJJD attendees look forward to this year?
So I'm glad you asked that. We have a number of really fun events. First of all, we are all missing our fair food this year, right? Mm-hmm. And so we will have 10 different food vendors in 2 different locations in Northfield. The first location will be normally where the entertainment center is, kind of near the post office. So we'll have food vendors there. And then we'll also have food vendors in Ames Park. And they will be distanced. People are asked to wear their masks and just make sure that you are aware of your surroundings. And if you could distance yourself from non-family members, that would be a great thing. And so you can enjoy your, get your fair fix, your fair food fix, excuse me. We'll also be having a community parade, and it will be about 50 units long. And instead of our normal parade where everybody stands and kind of gathers on Division Street, we have, thousands of people that do that every year.
Yeah.
This parade will be going around our town on the east side, the west side, so people can kind of get in their front yards. The parade routes are on our website, djjd.org. And so you can kind of find where the parade will be going and then decide where you're going to sit and enjoy that. Another thing we have going on is the annual duck race. So the fire department puts on the duck race every year. They sell ducks to raise money, and it's a raffle. And then first place is $1,000, second place is $300, and third is $150. So the tickets to buy a duck is $5, and then they dump them all off the side of the bridge, and whoever duck gets there first to the end, they win. So it's kind of fun to watch that. We also have a car cruise that's going to be happening. So the lineup starts at 3, and then the car cruise starts at 4. It's going to look very similar to the community parade. It's going to be going around the city so that residents can sit in their own front yards or near their homes and enjoy the car cruise. So depending on the weather, that kind of determines how many cars are going to come out, because those people, they spend a lot of time and money on their cars and they want them to look in tip-top shape. So we totally understand that. We're also going to be having a couple of virtual events.
Oh.
So starting at 11, we'll have a virtual bank raid, and we'll be doing 2 of those. And I see your background; you have the Raiders in the background. I think that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have that at 11 and 2. That will be on our Facebook page, which is the Defeated Jesse James Days Facebook page. At 7 o'clock, we are so excited. Chad Johnson and the Minnesota Transplants will be playing a virtual concert. He's donating his time to us, and it will also be a fundraiser for the Defeated Jesse James Days. So that will also be on our Facebook page. And I will be sharing that with the Visit Northfield page and the Chamber page as well. Chad is a phenomenal musician, and the Minnesota Transplants are awesome as well. So we are in for a special treat. I'm excited about that. Yeah. You can enjoy that from the comfort of your home.
Yeah.
And then just to get a little history in there, the Historical Society will be open all weekend for tours, and they have guided tours all weekend. So we just ask that you go in, you buy your ticket, and then they will be taking people on their tours all weekend. They're about 25 minutes long, and there is a brand new raid exhibit. So it's brand new. It was supposed to open in March, I believe, and with everything that happened, there's not a lot of people who have seen it. So this is the perfect weekend to come out and take advantage of seeing that. We have a real gem in our town, and I think we need to see what's in our own backyard and enjoy it.
Yeah, for sure. Wow, that is, and obviously it's gonna be different this year, but it still sounds like a whole bunch of fun. Wow, quite a lineup there. So thank you for sharing that. And how long have you lent Big Hand and DJJD? Have you been doing this for the past couple of years, or?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I joined the committee in 2015.
Oh, okay.
And started doing some marketing for them, and worked into social media, and then now it's become mostly just all marketing and social media. A lot more social media than before. So
sure,
it's been fun.
Thank you so much for coming on and sharing everything, Lisa. I'm really looking forward to all of those events for sure. And I'm gonna miss the big celebration in town and everything, but it still is a celebration.
Mm-hmm.
Just because some things are virtual doesn't mean that you can't have a big party. So
Exactly.
uh-huh.
Well, I want to say thank you to you. This show brings so much positivity and light into our community where we need that. And I appreciate you doing this. And so I want you to know that.
Well, thank you so much, Lisa. I really appreciate that. And I appreciate all you do every year for DJJD and how you just operate social media and do everything, how you're on the committee. That's just fantastic. So thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for doing that Zoom interview, Lisa. I thought it was really interesting to hear about what's happening for DJJD this year, because I didn't know a lot about what was going on, and there's absolutely some fun, fantastic things going on. So thank you very much. But now I believe it's time for a check on the weather with our meteorologist this week, Tim Freeland. Tim, how's it looking out there?
It's pretty wet.
Thanks, Tim. All right, and our next segment is about the Northfield Historical Society. So I just wanted to give a brief list of what the Historical Society is doing for DJJD this year. So from August 30th to September 11th is the Outlaw Run 5K or 15K. You can participate and win a t-shirt and a race medal. September 11th is the DJJD Team Trivia. And though the registration is currently closed, I still want to mention this as it sounds like a lot of fun. And September 12th is the Vintage Button Sale, where the Historical Society will sell DJJD buttons from 1946 to 2018. And in addition to this, the museum is open all weekend. So go to northfieldhistory.org to learn more about these events. They're really neat. And thank you to Kathy Osterman, the executive director there, for helping put these together. And next, I would like to introduce our first musical guest for this special, Mr. John Manners. So John moved to Northfield from California 41 years ago and has been gigging around here ever since. Unfortunately, there are no gigs coming up for him in the near future thanks to COVID. But he's been spending his spare time, of which he has plenty, recording. Pre-COVID, he released an album called Dreams Like These that's pretty much available anywhere. Steve Jennings played drums on it, and Tom Erickson played the upright bass. His current project is a solo endeavor, just him and his guitar, keeping it simple. He currently has 25 songs in the can. Wow. In the past, he's released physical discs, but this time, probably just downloadable. Not in any hurry to finish the project, though. You'd think that with that many songs, he might wrap it up. Nope, there are a few more to go. And finally, the guitar he's playing in the video is the one that he built. Isn't that just amazing? Wow. So please enjoy this video from Mr. John Manners. I sure loved it, and I think that you viewers will too. Roll the tape.
I'm so excited, oh I need to slow down, but I'm ramping up. Hold me tight, I might just fly away. Let's be impulsive, let's fall in love, Am I scaring you? Have we met yet? I just got to say, oh, you're sweeter than money, and you think my joke's funny. I can't get nearly enough of you. Whatever you want to do, I'm ready. I'll gladly fly around the world with you. Stand out in the cold, don't get sweaty. It might make no sense, but it's the way that I am. I am a traffic jam. Pull me over and redirect me. I'm just burning up, oh I need to cool down my temperature. Best I'll regulator, I'm liable to burst a seam. Profess your love or tell me where I can go. Tell me quick or you can't tell me so slow. I need nothing more than to hear your voice. me to slow down, slow down, slow down, but I'm ramping up. Hold me tight, I might just fly away. Let's be impulsive, or let's fall in love, in love, in love. Am I scaring you? Have we met yet? I just got to say, oh, you're sweeter than money. Joke's funny. I can't get nearly enough of you. Whatever you wanna do, I'm ready. I gladly fly around the world with you. Stand out in the cold or get sweaty. Profess your love or tell me where I can go. Tell me quick or you can't tell me so slow. Voice. What words you use, girl, is your choice. Let's be impulsive or let's fall in love.
Wow, that was absolutely incredible. And to think that you built the guitar that's seen in that video, absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much, John. I really appreciate it. But now I would like to introduce the second musical guest. That's right, Mr. Russell Franek. So a little bit about Russell. He is local and grew up just west of Northfield in a township called Webster. He's been playing music on and off since he was about 12 years old. From 2003 to 2010, he was a singer-songwriter for a hard rock band called Flat Rate, and from 2010 to 2011 he was a singer and guitarist for the hard rock band 10 Cent Pistol, and from 2011 to 2019 he was a singer-songwriter and guitarist for the 8th Street Band, and now from 2015 to the present he's been a singer-songwriter for Harley and the Butcher. Russell's been taking a little break from music since COVID hit, but he has done 2 online shows. And once we start getting back to normal, Russell will be booking shows, so watch out for that. As of now, he hopes that you'll watch him on Facebook at Harley and the Butcher Music. So please check that out, and Russell's performance is just absolutely fantastic. Thank you for doing this, Russell. Thank you to all of the musical guests who have said yes. It's just absolutely awesome. And in closing, thank you for watching the SGNN DJJD special, and check out SGNN's Facebook page at Some Good News Northfield for updates. Please subscribe and share the SGNN YouTube channel as well. I would really appreciate that. And have fun taking a look at what DJJD has to offer this year. And please honor and remember Nicholas Gustafson and Joseph Lee Haywood. And finally, remember, there's always some good news. Have a fantastic day, everybody.
Just got home from Illinois, locked the front door up, boy. Got to sit down, take a rest on the porch. Imagination sets in, pretty soon I'm singing. I'll buy no sorrows. Do, 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 looking out my back door.
You really think this is any more realistic?